I will head to the Equinox place.
Make a perception check.
19.
19. When you go back outside and look over in the corner, your friend's gone.
Oh, our little card dude?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. That man is something else. All right. Well, we're headed to Equinox.
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 Equinox. You've been there before, so it doesn't take any time to end up finding the same location. You go inside, and once again, you see all of these vials, all of these finely glass-blown, some of them twisted, some of them in prisms, some of them in squares and cubes, some of them in dodecahedron-like shapes. All of these inkwells, some of them suspended in air, some of them on chandeliers, many of them just lining every single wall. And there you see Yiknok, the half-orc individual. Same dark hair, dyed one side one color, dyed one side the other. Although instead of it being blue and green today, it's actually red and black. Very much matching the top of his hair.
Interesting. I literally envision him as like a librarian orc. It's just like a librarian orc. I don't know. I can't really describe it, but like librarian orc. I don't know. Does he like see us come in? Like, does he like come up or anything? I don't know if he's got customers.
Yeah, no, he does have some customers. Some people are already inside, looking left and right for different inkwells. He's describing different properties that they're doing, and he sees you come back in for the now second time. And he just waves his hand. I'll be with you in a minute. He sees Zoom, and his eyes get large for a brief moment in this surprised acknowledgement. You see him straighten up a little bit more as he finishes discussing with the current customer as he comes over to you. Well, what can I do for you today?
Well, I was just at Barnum's a few moments ago.
Cheeky.
He's an interesting character. I quite enjoyed my time over there. But I was selling some of my wares, and he mentioned that you might be interested in a few of them as well.
Oh, well, let's go ahead and see what they are.
And I'll bring out the 2 spikes that I have left, and then I'll pull out one of the vials of blood and just see if he's interested. But if he's not,
he takes out.
I have a few more of these if you're interested.
A pair of glasses, begins looking around. He looks at Zoom. Gives a nod, and in orc. Do you speak orc?
No, I know I don't. I only speak. Yeah, no, I don't. I
you hear him
common in dark.
In orc. As he just looks.
Yeah, I'm still linked with Zoom technically.
Yeah, and he looks to you like he thinks you're very pretty.
Oh.
Apparently half
wonders why.
What the fuck? And I'll like it didn't happen. I don't know.
Looks like, oh, sorry, do you not understand our native tongue? Zoom just kind of opens his mouth and he goes, so you're one of those.
One of those?
Takes Zoom kind of shrugs and he turns back to you. Yiknok turns back to you. And he's like, usually us half-orc children are sent inside of the various villages to befriend or get scouting information. Sometimes it backfires horribly. So you weren't able to get out in time. Zoom shakes his head. Looks slightly crestfallen, but he once again straightens up and points to you with a nod. I'm like,
I will pretend like that did not happen, and I'll kind of just like shake my head a little bit and be like, he's told me a little bit.
So you said you're looking to sell these. He shakes it.
Yes.
Interesting quality. This was probably he uncorks it and smells it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have advised that.
No.
We didn't have a way of preserving them very well, but you never know who's interested in what.
Yes, that's certainly the case. Do you have a price you're selling these for? I've had a few people come in recently wanting some darker inks, and I might be able to work with this, but I don't have a very high price point.
Did he have interest in the spikes? I couldn't tell.
He did.
Okay. We've been selling the spikes for 65 gold, and then Barnum got a few of the vials of blood for 20 gold each.
I see. I can afford 15 for the blood. And he looks at the spikes and he's like, would you be willing to part with these for 40?
With them for 50 each.
Occasional.
18.
He looks and he's like, all right, 50.
That's another 100. I no longer have spikes.
He goes underneath, pours the right funds into a pouch and ties it, sets it in front of you.
And then he said 15 gold for the vials. I'd gladly kind of get rid of those, honestly.
He puts forth the gold for that.
All 9. Okay. So that's 235 gold total for all of it. Okay, well, I really got rid of the manticore, except for the wings and the mane. Yes. Okay. Yeah. This is good. This is good. Okay. On a separate note, Barnum also, I inquired about a map from him, and he pointed me in your direction as well. I'm looking to see about a map, not of just the city, not the city particularly, but maybe, just east of here, just a general showing different cities of maybe what's east.
So you're asking, do you want one made, or are you looking for one that's already been done?
If you have one that's been done, I'd be interested, but if
I don't personally have one done, but I actually had a few cartographers come in here not too long ago. With the one who's going to be staying here had a couple of maps, I believe, at least for the area. Ida is her name. Ida Laughingsteel.
Ida. You said Laughingsteel?
Laughingsteel, yeah.
Laughingsteel. Interesting. Okay. Thank you. I definitely, go and find her. Anything else? I think that was everything for me. I'll look over at Zoom. Does he seem like he wants anything or needs anything else? Does he want to? I don't know.
He shakes his head. No, I don't need anything from this place.
Actually, Madison, when I was teaching Paul in Zoom, did Zoom know how to read and write in Common?
No.
Not at all.
He understood what some of the letters were, but he doesn't know how to read.
I'm going Is there like a simple leather bound notebook that's kind of large?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna get another, just like a regular quill and some like regular black ink.
Okay, it's a nice big leather-bound journal, probably about 1.5 feet or so by another 1.5 feet, or yeah, like this giant square. That'll probably set you back, all of it together, like 45-50 gold.
Okay.
And if you remember, I
This
bought
is
a
a nice,
children's book.
high quality.
I bought a child's book that Zoom could read, but I never used it. It's in your bag of holding.
I took 50 gold off for that. Okay. Leather bound journal, large journal. Quill and ink. Okay. I think that's everything that I need.
You have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You as well. And I guess. Ooh, did he mention maybe where she was? Because
He didn't.
Shit.
You're still there.
I'm sorry. You mentioned Ida. Do you know perhaps where she is in the city?
If I had to take a guess, she'd probably be at the Hooded Cup. She likes staying in the quieter places.
I can attest to that. I think that's where we're staying, isn't it?
No,
we're
you're
staying at the
Shepherd's
Shepherd's Lodge. Yeah, okay. Just kidding. Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Now we can leave.
Gather up all your various wares and head back.
As we're leaving, I will hand Zoom the journal and the ink and the quill. And I'll be like, now we can continue practicing getting you to read and write.
You got these from me? No, I have to.
No,
he almost drops the ink as he's like trying to reach for his gold pouch.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We made a lot of
money.
It's fine.
You pay me way too much for doing absolutely nothing. I'm not helping.
We're a group. We work together. We all do the same amount.
The same amount doesn't feel like the same amount.
Well, it is. And as we're headed towards the Hooded Cup, I am still looking for a cloak to use this damn thing that he got me, because I don't know. My cloak is kind of crap. I'm looking for somewhere I can buy a dope cloak. Just a nice cloak. Not like something like fancy, but just something good for any type of weather. It's just like nice, good for all kind of weather, good for travel.
But you do have a cloak.
It's a piece of shit. It's literally just like a regular ass.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Have you insighted your cloak?
Insight check my cloak. Natural 20. It's crap. I want a new one.
I want another one.
For relativity's sake, you are able to find someone who is selling various wares. Some of them look a little bit overpriced, but you do end up finding this one that's this dark forest green. The inside is lined in this. It's a darker leather, but there are pockets, and if you look inside of the pockets of this particular cloak, it comes down just about mid-thigh. It feels warm. It's kind of reversible. So one side is this dark green, and you switch it around, and the green sticks out kind of as the lining on the outside, but the other side is like this brown, like foresty brown. And then there are pockets on the inside, which you open them up, and they're kind of like this dark blue. These dark blue pockets.
I was hoping for something a little bit longer, but I think I really like that.
It has pockets on the inside. Of course it's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
And
I
actually
love
has pockets. Women's clothing
How
having
much-
pockets?
how much is
What?
it?
This one is 75 gold.
Even added that gold to my thing. So, okay, I'll get it.
Zoom actually coughs up half of it for you.
Oh, God. What's half a slot? I'll take 38, and he can do 37.
Mm. Okay.
Are you gonna use that pin that he got for you in Warrior? Are you gonna use that to close
Yes,
your
because
cloak?
it's mean not to, okay? He probably already's got his feeling hurt because it's just been sitting in my bag of holding.
I ship it.
I would get my feelings hurt if I gave somebody something and they just kept it in their bag of holding. Just back off, Nora. Okay, I will just, for now, I will just put it into my bag of holding, my cloak.
Just leave it in the bag of holding.
It's time to refill it.
Shove everything in your bag of holding and head to the hooded cup.
Yeah.
The hooded cup is very much as it was described. It is this slightly eerie interior. People are clinging to the shadows, and you see that same individual that you saw before whenever you all went into the hooded cup. That same kind of older gentleman as he looks. Can I help you?
I'm looking for an Ida Laughingsteel. I was told she was staying here and she might be a cartographer. Sorry.
Make a persuasion roll.
Oh, that's not good. 12.
I believe it's pronounced Idla.
Oh, Idla. Oh, whoops.
Idla. Laughing seal.
My apologies.
Gives a nod backwards, and you see that there's a booth in the very back that has a curtain partially covering it. Holds up a finger, goes over and taps on it. Idla, have people interested in your wares? The curtain peers back, and what you see before you is an older female. She looks elvish. There are elements to her cheeks, elements to her ears that just seem a little bit off. She has these pale blue eyes, and her hair is this very, very, very thin blonde. She's currently wearing a turtleneck all the way up, despite the slight warmth to the interior. Well, let's have it.
I'm looking for a map of, well, as much of the area as I can get. I'm headed east and I'm wondering the towns nearby and further if available.
Reaches in, pulls out a few sticks, long, spiraled sticks, uncorks it, pulls it out, looks, recorks it, sifts through for a couple of minutes until she takes one of these tubes, these sticks, and sets it on the table. How much do you think this is worth?
Would Talavin know how much a map is worth? I don't think I know. Can I intelligence check myself?
She's asking because it's worth a lot. And she has a
Tainted 20.
It's going to be a lot.
Based on her demeanor and based on the amount of maps that she has You get the feeling that she knows she's good. She's quick. Has like a fast turnaround. It's probably worth a good chunk.
So what's a chunk though? Because that could be 50 gold. That could be 150 gold. Like how much would a map, like just like a regular map be? Like a regular, not super great map be?
If something like the town, it would be like 10, 15 gold. If that. Up the town, it would be like 5.
So she's good. So she's upward of like 50 gold.
No, don't say that.
Is she the kind of person if I offered too low, she would not be interested in my business?
Make an insight check.
$13 again. Not super great.
She's a hard one to read. But by the way she's holding herself, you can probably take a guess.
I will. Shit, I didn't bring my platinum. I can't show off my monies. Damn it! I should bring my platinum. Fuck. Okay, damn it. I got platinum from Barnum. I have 342 platinum, right? That's 3,420 gold.
Just mark off that 0 and that G and put a P right there. Okay.
I will pull out 5 platinum pieces in my hand.
5?
5.
She looks. What is this?
I will admit that I don't know a lot about maps and what it takes to creating one and what goes into it. But I do know that I need one.
You're not going to get very much with that.
I will pull out 5 more platinum. Holy shit. Okay.
She looks. Begins actually filling a pipe.
She begins what?
Filling a pipe.
A pipe, man. She's, oh God.
Okay,
This long, very thin pipe. She lights it. And sees this long draw. And a smoke ring just billows from her lips. It's very thin, very whispery lips.
This is a lot of, and I'm.
There's 5 platinum is 50 gold.
50 gold. I'll go ahead. I'll pull out 10 more.
So you pulled out 20?
Yeah. She's still not even okay.
She looks over and she's like, let's try to get you something.
I hate people like this. They really just make me want to walk away from them. Fuck it. I'll pull out another 20. 40 platinum. I put it in a bag, like a small satchel that I have.
She smiles, bites the end of her pipe, pulls the platinum over and pushes the map to you. Have a good day.
I will take it, nod, and that's all. That's all I got for her because I'm.
That was a lot. That was a lot. I
will go outside and open it and see what's on it. Because if it's a blank piece of paper, she's about to get this whoop ass.
You go outside and you uncurl the map. It is not simple parchment. This is leather. This is a leather embossed map. The entire thing has actually been burned and sketched onto a very thin piece of leather, almost guaranteeing that it won't wash away. And as you open it, more and more, your jaw slacken as you look at the detail. Push it closer to your face, bring it closer to your face, and you can almost see all of the branches on different trees, signifying different forests. You see the Hhatu Strip. You can even see, if you get really close, what looks like small figures of crocodiles and creatures of the forest. This extends from essentially the entire western side up into Anthea.
Can you show me on your map how much it covers?
And it's a big map, by the way. You're able to read the names of the cities. So essentially, I come around here. It's from here to here.
And where are we again?
Up here.
Okay.
So like,
And it shows all these left, right, all over. All the way up into Anthea. Here.
Okay. And did she seem like the kind of person who might even have a map of the lower continent, the larger one? I can't remember the name of it.
Talavin.
Yeah.
Perhaps. You can go back and ask her if you want.
Not today. I've had enough of that today. That's enough for me for today. Okay. So that was 40 platinum. Okay, it would probably take me another 40 to get the rest of the continent. And at least, probably more. It would probably take me, if I had to guess, it would probably take me another 40 to get the rest of the continent, and maybe up to 100 to get the lower continent.
Yeah.
I mean, she's right there. What time of day is it?
By the time you've done all of these things, it's probably pushing to 1 or 2 o'clock. If not 3. You've been out and about for a long time.
Fuck it. I'm going back in.
You go back inside. You now see the smoke drifting from that same cubicle, that same booth from before, from behind that curtain.
I will walk up and I'll just be like, this is exquisite, and I wouldn't want to get a map of from anywhere else, knowing that I had this quality here and now. I will pull out another 40 platinum. Do you have a map that covers the rest of this continent that isn't on this one?
I'm glad to see you recognize good quality when you see it. She reaches into the bag and removes 10 platinum, puts it back on the counter, and pulls out another tube, uncorks it, looks, recorks it, sets it on the table.
She only took out 10 platinum?
She took out 10 platinum and set it back and then took the bag.
So she only took 30 platinum from me,
yeah.
Is what you're saying? Okay. Then I will pull out 70 more platinum. So that one was 30. I'll pull out 70 more platinum. Would you happen to have a map of the entire continent of, I'm sorry, one more time, Madison. What is it?
Talavin.
Of Talavin.
You are a traveler, aren't you? She spins around once again and begins uncorking canister after canister. Do you want the whole continent?
Yes.
She looks at the bag. Looks back up to you. Goes back and
I'll pull out another 20. So that's 120 platinum.
She sets 4 more tubes onto the table. Continues smoking.
Continues what? Oh, smoking?
No, smoking.
So she's kind of saying that's not enough. I will she put 4 down.
Okay.
I'll put another 30 platinum down.
Pushes the maps.
Okay. And that seems to be good.
Anything else?
No, this is perfect. Thank you.
Very well.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
And you as well.
Okay.
Curtain closes.
Minus 180.
So I now currently have 122 platinum left from Barnum and 235 gold from Old Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that we're all on the
seeing how many times you had to reach back into your pouch and pay up, reaches into his own and gives you 100 that he has just been accumulating this entire time.
100 what?
Platinum.
Oh. Well, I mean, I was going to distribute all of this when we got back, so I'll just be like, for now, keep that. I have to distribute this later.
That's too much. At least take half.
No, it's fine. It's for the group, and I used the group's money to buy these.
Let him be
So
a
we
man.
were all sharing. What did she say?
Let him be a man.
Fuck it. I'll just.
He's. You can see they're divided up in like 50 platinum sacks. He thrusts one out to you. You see the stern look. He's the one carrying all of this stuff, but like he's like carrying all the tubes.
I'll put the tubes in my bag of holding now that it's empty of all the weird things. I'll put all the tubes in my bag of holding. Okay, fine. I'll take the 50. Fine.
As he helps load them all into your bag of holding.
Oh, that was a lot. Okay. But I think that was a very productive day. Nora's still going to be enchanting. I don't really want to sit in the room. I'll kind of look over at him and be like, do you want to go watch a couple fights, maybe?
Sure.
I guess we have a bunch of stuff with us. I'll be like, we'll go drop this off at the room. See if anybody wants lunch first, though.
I like that idea.
Okay. We'll go back to the room. So I'm going to put down in my bag of holding that I have a detailed map.
Yeah, detailed map of Croix Colacial and Afiovion.
Holy. Oh.
You're one of the 6 continents. Or yeah, you have two of the 6 continents, but you do not have the islands.
Yeah. That's fine for now. And it's okay, Afiovion.
A-O-V-I-O-N. V-I-O-N.
So I just wrote down detailed map of Croix, Colacial, and Afiovion. I'm sorry, I'm butchering those, Madison.
Afiovion, yeah. Schadengrad.
Okay.
Go back, buy more.
Okay, we are going to head back to the room to drop some things off and see if everybody wants to go get some food.
At this point, Nora, you've actually finished in your portion of the enchanting. However, Jin is still in the process of finishing her frost spell. Talal, furiously working over on the edge table, has the entire bowl of oil. He's managed to set it up in such a way that it continuously drips into the bowl without the entire thing catching fire.
Oof. I'm gonna go ahead. I will
22 divided by...
So everybody gets 40 platinum.
Oh.
Yeah, hold on, let me see. 40 plus 40. Yeah. Zoom and Nora get 40, and I'm gonna take 42. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, fine. You did just spend quite a lot of money. Oh, wait,
Well,
no, Nora didn't know that.
Yeah, you don't know that. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you. No, I'm probably not. I'm not gonna tell you how much platinum I just spent. And then I will take 78 gold. Zoom can have 78 gold, and Nora, you can have
235 minus
80 gold.
Thank you kindly.
Okay, 1880 plus 78 is 958. Okay.
And that is all the gold that I made. If she's not currently doing anything, I'll tell her, what we did. I'll tell her the amount of gold, the platinum that I just spent on mats. And how much I got for each of all the things. And then I'll be like, okay, so is anybody ready to go grab some lunch? Thinking going back to the Warriors, whatever, tankard. I like that place.
All right, I could use a bit of a break.
Feel more welcome at honestly the Hooded Cup or the Shepherds. Don't feel very welcome in either one of those places. So the Warriors Tavern is feeling awfully welcoming.
Yes.
And then I'll ask Talel and Spice if they want me to bring them back anything.
And Talal does nod halfway through as he's continuously mixing, and you can't tell if he's talking to himself, and he's like, yes, 1.5 would be lovely, yes. as he's continuously working. You're not sure if he's talking to himself or if he's talking to you. But Jen, this moment as she's in like mid breath, and she's like, that'd be wonderful if you could bring something back. She continues enchanting.
Oh, I will do that. I guess should we see if Raymond's up and hungry?
Yeah.
Raymond is up. He actually came by right after you all came in. You heard a knock at the door, and it was Raymond.
Okay.
Oh.
I had to take a little bit of an afternoon nap. Still feeling these bruises. Those ladies did quite a number on me. Not the good kind.
Quite a number on me as well. Not the good kind.
I don't know what you're talking about. They were quite friendly.
One day, I am not jumping in front of you. One day. One day. I'm gonna let you take that minus 35 hit points of lightning damage. Isn't that what it was that one time with the hag? It was like literally.
Yeah. You're like, I have 2 hit points, so I'm going to die over here now.
I want to know now. Oh no, it's in my other book.
Yeah.
Because I always have it all written down. And now I'm curious. Because that first hit of that lightning was.
You all gather up various wares, various things, and head out on town and headed to the warrior's tankard. In no time, you're able to enter. It seems already, once again, everybody is jovial and full of life. You can see, actually, make a perception check.
19.
24.
Nice. Both of you actually see the veteran and the younger individual who you saw fighting in the pits before, the quote-unquote reigning champions and the crowd favorite, currently sitting and speaking with some other adventurers types. Many of them are wearing very simple leathers, while the other two look like today might be an off day, wearing very, very simple street clothes. Very humbling looking street clothes. But these adventurers are just crowded around the table, just great swords on their backs, shields at their sides. They're talking with them, just asking any advice, regale them of the tales of this creature, of that creature. And you head down the spiral 1, 2, 3.
Do
all
we
the
happen to see anybody else with that perception check?
Let me see. No.
This man rolled natural 20s. What a dick. It's fine. I didn't want to know. I didn't want to know anyways. I don't know why I asked.
He's pretty.
No, because I want to know his name. I don't want to keep calling him Masky Glacier. I need a name. I need a name. I don't like not having a name. It's bothering me. Okay, well, I'll go down and continue to where I guess like our normal table if it's not occupied.
You go down to the normal table on the main area. Yara, the warrior's tankard bar mistress, and seems the owner, establisher, and
everything else.
Possibly bouncer as well. She is currently in the process of fighting one of the people for their coin purses. They look like they've had a little bit too much to drink and are being stingy about her payment.
Damn,
After
she the one that didn't take her gold.
She wrenches the coin purse from him and is like, I don't care what you think you owe me. I know what you actually owe me, because I can count beyond what's on my hand. She reaches in. The person looks female, stumbles forward, like, you, and takes a wide swing. Yara steps to the side, manages to catch her wrist, and with a quick twist, has this mammoth of a woman on her knees, and she's like, that's not very friendly. And now I get to keep the rest. Get out.
I'm just like...
She goes over, she, not knowing where else to put it, just stuffs it inside of her leatherwork. You can see the pull strings hanging out of her bodice as she goes over behind the counter and continues pouring. She's like, sorry about that. What can I get for you? Oh, it's you two. Are you four? Wow. Blending there with the crowd. How are things? Sets it up.
Good. Just doing a little shopping, getting to know the area a little bit.
Lots of interesting shops and wares.
Yes, quite a few people interested in buying things as well.
Definitely. You probably won't find anybody else outside of here more interested in buying the pieces and parts of creatures slain.
This is true. I have to keep that in mind.
We're only serving, it's what we, sorry, leftovers. The slabs of meat. Is that all right?
That's fine.
We could try and, we've got a stew coming late tonight, if that's something you'd rather hold out for, and just have something simple now.
I'm sure I'll be back later.
And ale, all around?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
I'll
She ducks away.
Oh, okay.
All right. For the entire group, or just you and your cousin?
Whole group.
And then, and I'll just ask her, before we leave though, I'll get one more, to go, if you don't mind, food.
Absolutely.
We have a member staying in today.
Oh, not feeling well?
Yeah. Not the best traveler.
They're set before you. The total is going to be 9 silver. As well as, again, those massive tankards just in front of all of you.
Yes.
All right.
Those luscious slabs of meat, they smell fresher today. And you break them apart, and it's tender and it pulls apart. And there's that same kind of interesting stringy material. It's that cheese as you pull it apart.
Gross, but it's fine.
But I will eat it all.
It is delicious.
Yes.
I'm gonna
As
go
I
back
drink
and
water.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Oh, man.
Natural 19.
20!
Oh.
So 25 total.
26 total. I got a 19 and I still beat you.
Your stats are insane.
My perception's pretty good.
That's a very high perception. With that, both of you simultaneously just get this weird feeling. And you look over, and in the corner booth, you see a familiar individual shuffling cards.
No! Oh, I knew it! I fucking knew it! I'm gonna lean across and just kind of like to Nora and be like, I got some good information out of him. That is one sketchy dude.
Yes. I remember playing with him in Willends, but I didn't get any information from him.
No, I got good information because I shared that with her. I guess I told her.
You didn't say that you shared it with her.
Oh, I told her I shared. Well, I guess, yeah. I'll just be like, I'll tell you about that later then. I forgot to mention it earlier.
All right.
I'm going to put C Cardmaster because I didn't even ask his fucking name because I didn't want to waste a question because I'm not stupid. He'd have been like,
Care for a card.
Is he watching us?
At the moment, no.
Okay.
He's currently in the process of playing cards with a few other individuals who are nearby.
What kind of individuals?
Some individuals who appear to be very intoxicated. You can get
more
a
of just like a
right
making
now.
now.
Perhaps. I mean, you can get closer and try and overhear or and try and see what's going on.
Now, if they're intoxicated, they're not asking good questions.
Yeah, they're not getting information, but he might be getting good information. People like to talk when they're drunk.
After your meal, you all head back to the Shepherd's Lodge. Right? Or where do you go anywhere else?
Nora was gonna go back quickly to continue.
I'll give her the extra food we got so that they can have theirs. And then I'll turn, I guess, if Raymond wants to go back, or I'll offer if he wants to join us to go watch some of the fighting.
I actually think I'll be headed back with Miss Nora here.
Okay.
Better not to be traveling alone if I'm any testament to that.
Probably smart.
And Miss Nora, I don't know if you need any help on your the thing that you were working on. I saw your friend Jin was in the process of inscribing, but if you need any help or anything, maybe I could be of some assistance.
Well, I would appreciate that if you have the correct spells. We can see.
Hopefully so. Y'all have a good night.
We'll see y'all later.
You all part ways. Nora, you go back to the Shepherd's Lodge with Raymond and continue another enchanting session.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I'm ditching you and having so much fun.
No, this is good. I need to do this. It's just been looming over me forever, so this is perfect. We're not in the woods. We're not running from someone right now. I just get a minute.
You go to the
About
fight
what time
pit.
is it now? Because I don't know if I'm going to go to a smaller one.
By the time that you eat and do all of this, it's probably around 5, 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Some of the bigger fights are kicking up.
And then I will go to the big Coliseum.
You go to the big Coliseum, and indeed, you are in for a great many shows as various packs of animals. The one creature that you saw one of these creatures in the cages. The one that the pitmaster said was good at burrowing.
Okay, yeah.
You watch the individuals as they are looking around wildly as this thing just bursts up from the ground, grabs one of them, and dives back into the earth. Vanishes. As everybody else begins trying to target the ground, some of them begin digging. You see one of them parting their hands as the earth moves around it. As again, it comes up, tries to grab another one, it's a hack fest. They managed to slay it. But a few individuals might be hurting.
They're not
Limbs
dead, though.
missing.
Well, you said there was some missing?
Limbs missing. This particular fight was a rough one. And one that they were probably not ready for.
I'm just going to shake my head and just be like, whew.
See a
But
few
I
more.
still don't have that ring of restoration that I'm going to get one day. One day.
You want, you wish, you desire.
Which one's what's the biggest creature? Was that probably the worst fight?
That was the most brutal fight. There's another fight where this strange creature, this human-like face, a pack of them are released. This human-like face lets out these mournful wails, just these bone-shuddering wails, as they proceed to hack and slash. The group manages to succeed. And actually, one of the next groups is the one that was talking with the veteran and the younger. This particular fight, you watch as this ooze is just poured into the ring, and it congeals, and it shifts, and it wobbles, and it jerks around, and it moves, and it tumbles and rolls toward them. It engulfs some, slams into others. You see one of them almost suffocate, as eventually they manage to divide it into two and wrench their friend free. However, now there are two of them. After they manage to hack as hard as they can away, there are four of them. Everyone's looking rough.
This creature is dividing itself?
It's dividing itself.
Ooh.
Eventually they succeed.
Damn. Okay, impressive. I'm impressed. Is there betting anywhere?
On this night there are only a few bets being taken, as there are no main highlights. Usually, like there are some bets that are going on. Sometimes 2-to-1. Very, very simple returns.
Okay. Guess I won't. I won't waste my time with that.
Mm-hmm.
Usually
they save some of the really big name fights, like the named individuals.
Yeah. If I ask around, do I know maybe when the next time they might be fighting us?
When the other two are fighting?
Champions?
The champions? They are fighting in 3 days.
Okay. That's too bad. Okay, that's fun.
In the meantime, Nora, as you are in the process of your second round of enchanting, Jen is tired and kind of flutters over and goes over and starts helping Talala. She seems a little bit out of it. She's a little bit more tired.
Oh, she's just tired.
And partway through, she She apologizes, just doesn't seem 100%. She goes and sits down and lays down for a few more minutes. Comes back and keeps helping, although at a slightly slower pace.
Is she pregnant? Jen, what's wrong?
They're all safe.
Oh my God, you never give stuff to Talel?
What?
You never gave that stuff to Talel.
Wait, did she take a nap at some point?
She does.
Does Talel take a break at any point?
No, he's frantically working,
I don't want to bother
trying to
him.
make sure that this potion gets finished.
Okay, well... Nah, I'm not gonna bother him while he's working on stuff, because then Jim might come out and all this stuff, and does Raymond have any spells that could help?
He does.
Okay.
He does have a few that can actually help on the frosty side.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, well, if he's willing to help, then I would appreciate it if you could help me with that. But also, I was going to look in, like, be real careful to make sure there's no one watching, but also, like, look in on the stone ladies. Or, like, no, they're not going to go anywhere. Can I walk by and see if the door's been messed with or anything? Just walk by real quick.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
And there's no one in the hallway. If there's someone there, I'm going to just keep going.
Okay, make a perception check.
Oof. Okay, it's 10 for perception. Oh no, why? Okay, and then investigation. That's a little better. That's a tainted 20 for investigation.
For your investigation, it does not appear that the locks have been tampered with. But there was someone in the halls initially whenever you were descending the stairs.
Okay.
And you kind of make a lap, you go down, wait for a minute, and go back up. And you don't see them whenever you come back and investigate the door. You peek in, there's no one there.
Okay. Actually, I don't have to be in the center of alarm, do I? I can just cast it? So could I be in my room and cast alarm to their room? Because they were like just directly below, like you said.
You have to put the wire down, but you don't have to be there.
Put the wire down?
Yeah.
When you
That's a bit of a component.
Thread.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, could I just like put it in there? And then whenever I check in, I'll just throw the wire and then I'll cast alarm to make sure nobody goes in or out of the room.
Yeah, sure. Simple enough.
Okay, doing it stealthily so that it's not like... Why do you keep... Yeah, that's
I like rolling my dice.
No, you don't. No, that's not why. Okay. Fine. Then I'm gonna go back and enchant.
Then don't play.
Gonna be
You go back in and you continue enchanting. This will put you going very late into the evening.
Yeah, well, you said it was like 5 o'clock-ish, so that put me back at 10.
By the time you get back, it's around 6, so it would put you at
11.
probably 11 or 11:30, 12. For Raymond, though, he still has the extra time afterwards.
Okay. Sorry, Raymond. But I can mark off 2 sessions?
You cannot mark off 2 more sessions.
Yeah. Ugh, so many left.
Go ahead and roll a skill check for it.
Okay.
And roll a skill check for the other one as well.
Okay.
That's probably what she was doing.
Okay, so for the first one... $18 for the first one.
Nice.
Remember, you get advantage.
Thank you. 24 for the second one.
Good. Goody gumdrops.
I love advantage.
I feel like the etchings and the markings are going over rather well.
Yes. I'm quite pleased. Alright, and...
Eventually, Talavin, you make it back, and you nestle in for the evening. Raymond has to stay for a little bit longer. As he finishes his portion, he tries to be quiet, or as quiet as he can be, while finishing up his portion of the spell.
It's not the big deal. I'll stay up a little bit and play with my puppy until Nora goes to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Or with the puppies in general, whoever wants to play.
They are starting to play tug of war and nip at each other's ears. They do that where they latch on to each other's scruffs and they just start trying to pull. It's not very hard, but it's cute.
Who seems to be doing the best?
The little girl zooms actually.
Yeah. Bad bitches. I'm rooting for her, actually.
And Spice actually comes over and watches the puppies play. The wolf pups that you acquired. This has been 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks or so?
Yeah, right
I think
before
so.
we made it to Pineview. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's been about 2 weeks. Oh. It's too early to start training them, but we do need to think how we're going to do that.
I mean, I'd have a few ideas. But
Also, Talavin, you said there was something you needed to tell me about the information you got.
That's why I was waiting up.
also, I will also look in that bag.
You end up finding 28 gold pieces,
Okay.
four coppers, and a small journal.
A journal?
Journal. You said how many gold pieces? 28?
28.
Let me not math because I can't. And I will open the journal.
Wow!
You're gonna make a charisma saving? No, I'm just kidding.
When the DM knows your charisma is trash. Okay, it's actually not that bad. For saving.
Uh-huh.
I guess I should have checked it for traps. I'm a little dumb. It's fine.
You open it up and it's actually written in Elvish. Broken Elvish, and many of the words are misspelled. But this particular writing is, talk to the members of our division. Excited on going on some of our first missions. Hopefully this will help pay for everything. Hate debt. Just simple notes. Some of them seem like grocery lists. Some of them seem like supplies they need to pick up.
I hate you, Madison.
No!
You're making both of these assassins that came to kill me, Talavin, and Nora normal fucking motherfuckers, okay?
Because they're people.
I like bad guys to just be bad dudes. Like, either gotta be a middle ground.
It's not that simple. That's alright, we're not killing them.
There's nothing else in it if I read it front to back.
No, it only seems to be, about a third of the way full, and you do see some horrible sketches in the back that, this person wasn't an artist, obviously, as you look, but you do see that one of them seems to be this weird picture of a young boy, and then one of them a picture of what looks like an older man, older woman. The shadows are off. The ears are in the wrong place. Almost looks like a strange Picasso version of these pictures. But
does it seem anywhere to like the amount of debt she might owe?
No.
How much she might be getting paid? maybe?
No. That's not in this ledger.
I'm gonna leave a note. I'm gonna leave a note in their journal.
Not yet. Not yet.
What do you mean? More like a, hey, why don't you not come after us next time? Go find yourself some honest work.
I mean, technically, it's honest work. Because, I mean, you never know. They might not. Bounty hunting is it's an honest living. People do it. It just happens to be us they're after.
Fair enough.
I mean, technically, are we the bad guys?
From that perspective.
I guess for now. I'll tell when she's done with her magic stuff. I'll tell her what I learned from Card Dude.
Oh, that's fascinating. Thank you for recounting that in great detail.
You're welcome. Hope you were paying attention.
Oh, I was paying attention. Thank you, Talavin.
You're welcome. But if you ever think of a third question, if we ever find him again, you should let me know. Because he still owes me.
All right. Well, why'd you leave one question? No, because it was my idea.
This like little bird was like flitting around my head. I don't know, it just kind of like reminded me of something you might do.
This bird was just like attacking your head the whole time. All right, so we are leaving tomorrow night, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
I will also open up the map to see what's a good point for us going southeast and Jacob and Wyatt going northeast.
There's a city that was east. Hang on one second. Oh, that's west. That one's west. Dewhurst was one of the ones that was headed like east northeast.
How do you spell that?
Dewhurst. Dewhurst.
You said that was east.
But looking at it, it is still very close to Carnum.
Okay.
But there is a city just beyond that, and its name is Northon.
Spell, please.
Northon. Northon.
Normal spell.
That was also
for you all. It is south. It's southeast from where you all are, but it is northeast and just far enough away from Carnum that you feel like it would probably be advantageous.
I'll point to Northon in. I'll ask. Do you think that sounds good, Nora?
Yes.
Okay. And then before I curl up to go to bed with my puppy, I will contact Jacob and Wyatt again. I'll just be like, we decided on a town. If you're there.
Hello.
There's a pause before. No, I got it. You hear Wyatt's voice come over. What's the city?
Northon. It should be past Dewhurst, northeast of Carnum.
All right. Do you know how far away it is, or so?
But I estimate that via on my map.
It's probably for you about a 5 days travel, and for them it would probably be like 6 or 7 days.
Okay. I will relay that information.
We'll only be there for a day because we're leaving in the evening, and they'll be traveling the next day, most likely. If that makes sense.
You mean we're only going to be in Northon for a day?
No, we'll be there for a day before they get there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because they're traveling tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we're not. Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell him it'll probably be 6 to 7 days from Carnum.
Sounds good. We're almost there to Carnum, one more day, so we'll be there.
If you all run into trouble or need anything, let us know.
Will do. Take care of yourselves. Don't get assassinated.
No promises.
Yeah, real funny.
That's it. I don't have anything.
At this point, Nora, you actually hear this scratching sound.
That was my next thing. Citron.
You go over and actually see the writing appearing on the page, fading as the ink is absorbed magically from one source and bleeding into this journal with the next.
Oh, okay. What's Citron got for us?
Says to the Naerstars. And this is Citron, rest assured. Thank you for reaching out. Things here have been rather hectic. Although I cannot write as many names as you've saved, know that everyone at some point or another has expressed their thanks.
It's worth getting killed by assassins!
Just for that moment.
As a matter of fact, you even have the thanks from the Queen of the region. Evidently, you had a run-in with this particular pillar of our community. Initially, she had some very interesting opinions of you, but testimony after testimony has altered her opinion on the matter.
Okay.
As far as other information, we've been able to gather bits and pieces from other villages. Evidently, it is not just us who are being affected here in the north of the Hhatu Strip. There are other areas, other regions to the east and the far south and other continents that are also being affected. Or at least they were. It's perhaps a stroke of madness or luck. But a great many other sprites are actually making their way home now. We don't know whether or not...
Mentioned that.
We don't know if it's a miracle, or by some divine right you have had your hand in this as well. Although I'm not sure if you have the ability to transport yourself to so many continents simultaneously. Consider me impressed if you can. You see there are a few drops of ink where he's thinking about what else he wants to write. And then again, you see the scrawling and the scratching.
Can I say that I'm reading over her shoulder?
Oh yeah, I'll read it out loud. Or you can read it that way too.
I'm gonna tell her she might want to mention what I learned from the card dude.
Yes, I was going to do that.
Okay.
He writes and further says, there have been a few other disappearances, and there are a great many others who are still missing or unaccounted for. And this is disheartening, but at least we have the ones we do. A few is better than none. Although I shudder to think what other imaginative and creative things others might have come up with.
Which is my cue to, whoop, hey, we learned some information. I'm going to tell him about the Haffas and just like the source. He's not exactly a reliable source, but just how easily he was able to read Talavin and anyone that he really talks to. Just kind of being like, well, we know this information, but take it with a grain of salt, basically. And also, Talavin, did you tell me all of the information, including, like, your brother and stuff? Or Okay, you told me everything. Okay, just making sure, because sometimes.
Well, I mean, Zoom there, so I'm not gonna hide something from you. The Zoom note. Well, no offense to Zoom, but like.
Gotcha. Okay, I was just making sure. Yeah, so I'm not gonna include the brother stuff, or her hometown stuff. Be like, in other news, I'm gonna gossip about Talavin's personal life. Oh yeah.
There's a pause as the information is being processed and read. You actually have to turn the page as the scratching once again begins. Fascinating. So you think that individuals who might be half pixie are the actual targets now? And that is not a miracle, but they are being let go?
We think the sprites are then let go.
That would certainly explain the rash amount of individuals who are actually able to make their way back. I don't currently know anybody, particularly on the Pixie Council, or any other contacts, but I'm sure the Queen of the region would have an idea of who to reach out to. We'll see what we can do. See if anybody else has been affected. I know that spring is indeed in full effect, and that it is the Pixies' job. It is one of their sole purposes is to help bring about this change. Now that spring is set forth, set into motion, perhaps we should do a roll call of any other smaller fae. Does this seem logical?
Yes, it does. If you can get in contact with them and inform them of all that you know, perhaps be wary.
Also mention, if you don't mind, Nora, that they're trying to awaken something that the dragons took with them, that they believe, whoever it is that's doing this, they believe it belongs to them, and the dragons took it with them, but didn't bring it back when they came.
All right.
Just in case he knows anything or might talk about it, and somebody that, it can always be a butterfly effect.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'll mention, like they said, they were trying to awaken something and are experimenting to make it be in effect. We don't know what it is, but any information about something the dragons took might be helpful.
The dragons? And that's certainly not a crowd I have personally been involved with. You think this extends as far as the dragons? Or at least according to this relative source of yours.
Yes, according
we can reach out to who we can, but finding someone to contact and someone who would be willing to relinquish this information will most likely take a considerable amount of time. We'll do what we can, though, and continue to gather what information possible. You said that you were moving east and that you were attacked. Should the need arise, I will attempt to keep this closer. Could be that we are able to help out if you need emergency assistance.
I appreciate that. I don't have any further information at the moment, but we will check in very soon.
Our information search continues. Best of luck. Safe travels. We shall hear from one another very soon.
Bye!
Peace sign. No, I'm just kidding.
Do a sketch of a dab.
Winky face, talk to you later! Alright, yeah.
Puppy.
And then I guess I'll just go to bed, because I don't know what else there'd be.
Talal is staying up much later. He and Raymond are actually both over in the corner. Raymond is trying to use a little bit of that oil firelight to finish up his remaining bits and pieces of enchanting.
I guess I could cast dancing lights, but would that go away if I fell asleep?
Yeah. A lot of spells need you to be conscious.
What about the light cantrip?
It would probably also fade when you went to sleep.
Chatting and stuff. I assume he probably only has maybe an hour or 30 minutes left.
Probably about an hour.
Okay.
I'll cast dancing lights and stay up for another 30 minutes for him. Or you said an hour?
Yeah, it'd be about an hour or so.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll stay up. I'll cast dancing lights.
It might be weird to fall asleep with him just working in the corner.
Yeah. I'll cast dancing lights.
All right. And Talavin, since you were gone most of the evening, make a perception check.
Sure, that's 25. Yeah, 25.
25? Okay. Looking over at the table where Talal is working, Spice is already gone to sleep, but you don't see Jin working with Talal. Usually she's right there at his side, but it seems like she's already turned in for the evening.
Yeah, we're gonna get the baby sprite. Oh.
No, I don't know. I'm gonna go over to Talal and just be like, "Do you have a moment? If you don't, it's okay."
No. He removes his goggles and you can see him rubbing his eyes. Like, no, I've got a moment. This needs to simmer. I was going to try and stand and nap, but won't be worried about that right now. Is there anything the matter?
I'm just gonna kind of like see if like me. I'm gonna like point to like a farther end of the room and wave Nora over as well. If that's like if he doesn't mind coming over for just a minute.
Of course. Steps over.
And we'll step once we're all the way over there and very quietly, like I'll just be like that thing that you had us look for the other day.
Yes.
Nora,
did you manage to find something?
Something that we thought you might be interested in.
Yes, here it is. There were other types as well, but I got this one. It was very small, so I pulled the tungsten. The tree's like silver metal. I can refine it if you'd like. I think.
It comes up to his waist. Even though it's a small, very small block, it still like comes up to his waist as he looks at it and is like, "This is perfect."
Sure. There were other options. That's not good.
One other question. Very quietly, I'm being very quiet. Talavin is, but Sophia's gonna have to not stage whisper. Is Jen okay? She seems a little out of it today. Is there something wrong?
She does seem a little bit out of it, but I mean, she doesn't get sick very often. She says she's fine.
Is she like actually like? Is she throwing up? Like what's going on?
No. She's just very tired. Her head got light a couple of times, so she had to go and sit down.
Curious, she just didn't seem her usual self.
No, but sorry to say I didn't notice too much. I mean, do you think something might be wrong? No. Do you notice?
She did seem a little bit
Deception check.
Oh, it's actually not good. My deception is garbage. 19.
15.
All right. Thank you for looking out for her. And letting me know. Sometimes I get tied up in the things that I'm working on.
Well,
I'm sure she'll be back to normal. I mean, it could very well, be sleeping underground for an extended period of time.
It's a little doom and gloom down here. I agree.
She was not distraught, but upset at the thought of killing those two individuals. I do find that this is an optimal compromise.
Yes.
Would you like me to hold on to the tungsten for you for now?
I'm going to be up for most of the night making sure that it's simmered correctly, so actually, if you could put that over where I'm working, perhaps I can work with it tonight.
All right. I'll just...
Do you need any help? I mean, I'm not very good with building things, but...
I'm afraid the chemicals and solutions I'll be working with are rather chaotic and toxic.
Well,
It'll be all right.
All the herbs and stuff that we have, anything you need, just let me know.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Of course.
She didn't say anything, did she?
No, she hadn't. I don't think I just talked to her a little bit this morning about she was just being a little teasy. Always.
She has that effect on people.
Yes.
It could have just been the enchanting all day, which she's very good at, by the way.
She's probably just tired.
Sure. Very tired.
Just tired.
Doesn't seem completely all right. I mean, she shouldn't have been worn out. I'll ask about it tomorrow.
I mean, I'm sure she'd let us know if something was amiss.
Well, certainly, but she also she doesn't want to be a bother either.
Well, just, if you want, I'll talk to her tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know, maybe getting out, getting a little sunshine could be good for her. A little dark and dim down here.
Perhaps. I think we could all use a little bit of that. Well, I need to make sure it's not boiling over. Thank you, and I'll see what I can do with that tungsten tonight.
All right. If you need any help purifying it or shaping it, I know my hands are a bit too big for it, but if you need anything, you can call.
Thank you.
I can cast guidance on you. What?
Alright, I'll put the tungsten over and I guess take him over too. Hoping to get up early the next day to do some more enchanting before we get on the road again, because gosh darn it.
You all drift off into oblivion and sleep. And suddenly it's not sleep. It's jagged. You can't make out too many shapes. Seems blurred, jutting in and out. There are moments, flashes of the lake, flashes of the mountainscape. Moon itself hanging above cracks and dissipates. Starlights flickering in and out, in and out. Darkness. Forest.
Calvin is panicking. This has happened before. Calvin is panicking.
Is this just
both
Calvin?
of you?
Both of us. Okay. Making sure.
Bro, I'm just saying this right now. The second Madison was like, and then it wasn't, I didn't even get excited to think I was having a dream. I literally was like, this is about to be a nightmare. I can feel it in my fucking gut. Like, I was like, this is going to be a nightmare. And then she said, and it's jagged. And I was like,
no. Okay, what
And
happened?
both of you are seeing this
Can we see each other?
simultaneously.
can we see each other?
You can.
I'm just going to write nightmare under dream.
Make a
Can we talk to each other or we
Perception check? No.
perception.
No.
22.
16.
All right. Talavin, you're the first to hear it. It's distant, it's faint. And it sounds like an echo. If a drop of water could make sound, that same rippling, this voices. One is familiar, one is not. Do you hear? Did you see that? Yes. But what could it? They need to know. Not in this condition.
What is it? I'm starting to cry.
You say anything after not in this condition. You jut it out.
No.
No.
Are they going to be okay? I'll go. Are they going to be okay? Going to be okay. They're going to be fine. You can see now two figures as the jagged plane once again comes in and out. You see across the lake, you see a lupine figure walking alongside a humanoid bipedal individual as they're at the far end of the lake, their own figures shifting, darting in and out. Blinks out, blinks in, blinks out, blinks in. Everything goes dark. You hear? We have to say something. Nora, you recognize this voice as Jasper.
That's who I thought it was. Fuck.
Yeah, I figured.
You hear? No. That is Malik.
Matt down. Okay.
Malik said no. Like, why? We don't even know. No.
Who said that we don't even know? Was that Malik? Okay.
This is far beyond what we thought. Do you think the council even would even know? No. Obviously not. All the more reason. No. You said you were fine. I am. Recognize Malik's voice cut through again. Is that why?
Mosquito dude's like buzzing in my ear.
Is that why you're having a hard time? It's fine. Just need rest. We'll talk to the council tomorrow. They won't even see us. Yes. I know. So I'll talk to some. We can only do what we can. Image once again flashes. This time you're on the other side of the lake, and in that brief moment, you see both of them bandaged, bloodied. You see their pierced marks, scrapes, blood trickling from above their eyes, from their nose, and from their ears. As they continue merging into the darkness. As all of a sudden you see both of them turn slightly. Talavin, you see this dark haired individual. Long dark hair, long elven ears, very narrowed, very pointed, very keen features. Nora, you see this lupine figure, this massive obsidian wolf, silvery blue eyes, with these flames licking along the side. As both of them turn and suddenly realize that they had accidentally let this slip.
I look
and you wake.
panicked as fuck. Like, I'm just like sheet white. I look horrified as fuck.
When you accidentally, like, well, not booty call someone because that's the wrong term, but like you accidentally dial someone like in your pocket.
And you're talking about that person
Like,
to someone else.
Hang up. No. Make it not be so.
Yikes.
Oof. So we wake up.
You wake up.
I'm just gonna shoot a. I'm kind of like sweating a bit. I'm like, that was very intense. I look over at Talavin.
I'm just sitting there, just like, fuck. Fuck.
Nora
I just look over.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just like looking over at Nora, and I'm just like, what the fuck do we do?
Nora's just thinking and she's contemplating a little bit and starts playing with the communication ring with Jasper, but she doesn't activate it. She's just kind of like toying with the idea of contacting him, but like the image of him being like bloodied is just like stuck in her head, and she's like,
yeah, that's all Talavin can see.
Yeah. Oh my. Well, we knew it was.
Do I see her fiddling with her ring? I'm like, are you trying to hide it?
No. Well, she's kind of like Nora always plays with the ring just a little bit whenever she's contemplating or thinking about something. I've been meaning to include that a little more in my role playing, but she usually plays with it whenever she's thinking about something.
I'm just gonna kind of like look over. I'm just gonna be like, can't you use that to talk to them? Him, the other one, your mentor.
Yes.
Was that him? Because technically, I don't know who that was.
You don't know who it was?
I can assume, but
yes. Nora doesn't make eye contact. She just kind of nods, like, yeah, yes, that was him.
Can't you use that to talk to him? Can't you ask him what happened?
Yes, I could.
I don't know what to do.
They were so bloody.
They looked terrible. I've never seen Malik like that, ever. I don't know what they could have possibly been doing.
Well, let's see. So, hang on. Nora
Take out my journal, and I'm going to write down every word that they said, because I wrote it down.
Mm-hmm.
And who I think said what, because I probably have a pretty good idea. Like, I knew whose Malik's voice was.
So, question. Would it be a leap for Nora to know that Malik was searching for information for Talavin?
Bro, she's about to blame me.
No.
I think Talavin said, didn't you? Didn't you say that he was going to go and?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Well, what question did you ask to send them? I mean, I asked Jasper a couple questions too, but I did ask about my homeland. I hope that's not what spurred this. No, couldn't even intelligence that.
I asked about. I wanted to know more about how and why all of this started, and what might help us stop it.
I could be really dramatic right now, but I don't think I want to. That's not what Nora would do. Be like, I thought you were honest with me always. Not really.
I think the only one that's having the honesty policy written to them is Malik. It seemed like Jasper wanted to tell us, but Malik wasn't letting him.
Yeah, that is what it's like.
Talavin's feeling a little injured right now.
When you said this, you were referring to the sprites. You weren't referring to your homeland. Just to be clear, you are asking about the sprites.
No, I was referring to like why all of this started and like why, like the sprite business stuff. But technically, now I know that kind of relates to my homeland. So technically, they could have been anywhere, doing anything, because we don't know how it started, why, anything.
They've been gone for a while.
At least 5 days, 4 or 5 days, maybe. Let me look. But I don't know how time works for them, so. Shit.
Nope. He could reach out if he wanted to.
Dude, it's been 13 days since the last time we saw them.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, Nora would be counting, but I lose track between the weeks.
The last day we saw them was day 41. We're on day 50, 55, 50, 54. They've been gone for 13 days.
So you asked about the origins of it, so it's probably somewhere. Wait, the origins of this... What started the sprites?
Yeah, but it technically relates to my home.
Yes, it does. At this point, Nora stops playing with her ring, and she just kind of like, well, I may need to think about it for a moment. Can we make some tea?
I will get up numbly and make some tea.
I'll help you.
Talal is partially passed out, sleeping up against the edge of the bag as something is slowly simmering nearby. This thick or bright orange liquid.
I'll try to be quiet.
His goggles are on sideways as he's just leaned up against the edge of the bag.
I love it. Nice and peachy.
Nice.
I go over and nice and peachy.
Oof. Well,
I'll make some tea after I'm done writing down everything that I heard them saying.
Okay. The tea offers little comfort. Even the warmth that's there as your hands are clasped around your mugs just does not dissipate, does not warm your interior. There's just something so eerie about the events that transpired, what you just saw.
I'm going to get out my notebook again and start sketching. I'm going to sketch how it looked how like the plane looked like all jagged and etched out, and like the moon cracked and like certain stars fading in and out. And then I'm also going to draw their figures on the other side on one page, and then on the other, like the close up of like how they looked all beaten up. And that is what I do.
All right.
As I sip my tea.
Nora's going to just put it in the back of her head, even though she can't all the way, and just start busying herself with enchanting. Just like
Right.
need something to focus on.
That will take up, the majority part of your morning and probably part of the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I guess after I'm done sketching, I'll play with my wolf a little bit, and then I'll go and hang out with Warrior.
Oh, we need to. Hang on. Can Nora speak while she's enchanting, like a little bit, like a conversation?
A little bit. Okay. Yeah, a little bit.
Well then, before she starts, can I ask a question before she starts? Because weren't we going to take the assassins' horses so they can't catch up with us as easily?
We gotta figure out which ones they are.
Right. We can
and
ask them.
Spin doesn't like us. So it's not like it honestly would be really hard to steal them, I think. And it could be, I don't know.
Well, if you happen to decide to go into the stable while I'm enchanting, maybe take a look around. See what horses are there.
Alright. Do that. I'll take down, do we have any apples left? Might not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna, okay, fine.
You'll probably need some additional supplies, especially for your horses.
Alright, I'll go ahead and I'll just do that, before I go to the barn. And I'm not gonna ask anyone to go with me, which is probably a bad idea. But I'm just feeling a little, whatever. So I'm just gonna leave. I'll take my I'll only take my gold with me, and I'm only gonna take half. And I leave the rest of it in my room. And then I'll have my normal weapons, I guess.
Alright. You'll spend the majority of your morning with Warrior or enchanting. At one point, Jen does get up and she stretches. She wipes her eye and she sees Talal, who's just propped up, and she goes in and pulls out this kind of, it's like a braided or woven cotton blanket, and kind of drapes it over him. Carefully takes off the goggles from his head, brushes his hair.
They're so cute together.
Did she get us in the morning while I'm still there?
Yeah.
You can see their cute.
Right as you're getting ready to leave, she comes out and she stretches and covers him up.
Does she look okay?
You make a perception check.
It's a natural 16. So 23.
23? And she doesn't look in poor health. She looks a little bit tired. There's a little bit of sluggishness to her movements. But otherwise, she looks fine.
Yeah, any wave her over, maybe perchance.
You wave her over?
No, he doesn't mind.
She gives a wave and flutters over. Good morning.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. What about you?
I'm good. I don't know, just wanted to check in on you. You seemed a little bit tired yesterday, and just wanted to make sure you were feeling okay.
No, I'm feeling all right. Yeah, I don't know what came over me yesterday. I got lightheaded and everything. I didn't worry him. He probably didn't notice. He gets so wrapped up in things, but is he doing all right?
Yeah, I mean, he seems a little bit tired. I know he worked probably most of the night.
Mm.
But he seems like he's doing very well. Very happy that you're here.
Now you're trying to flatter me, and it's working.
Well, I just wanted to check in. I'm just headed out. Do you or Jen or Tom need anything while I'm out? I'm gonna go replenish our stores of anything we might need.
I mean, any fresh produce is always useful.
Will do. I'll see what I can get.
Thank you. Nora, do you need any help?
If you feel up to helping, I mean, I don't want to
Of course.
hurt your constitution, since you weren't feeling well
My
yesterday.
I'm fine. I feel fine. I'm just don't know what it was. Just
Insight check.
Okay.
Natural 18 plus insight. That's a 23.
18. I mean, she's being honest. She seems genuine that she's not sure what came over her yesterday. She was just as perky as ever.
And she feels fine today. She's not lying about that. That's what my insight check was.
I mean, you get the sense that she's probably still a little bit tired, but she's not going to let anything stop her.
Okay.
She's that kind of person.
All right. Well, if you feel like helping, then sure.
And she flutters over and gathers up her components. Like, I'm going to wake him up first. She flutters over and she brushes more hair out of life for kissing his temples. When he stirs and starts to stretch, she wraps her arms underneath of him, kind of sits on top of his lap, and you see his arms partially stunned, and then they just wrap around her.
It's literally like a cannonball to my heart. It's just like
you gotta beat it again.
To my heart every time. Natural 20 hits.
And whenever they pull away, she gives him a little kiss on the lips, and you fell asleep while you were working again. And he's like, I certainly feel that. Oh. He looks over, slightly panicked, but he's like, no, it's brewing fine. It's like, do you need anything? Do you need any help? No, I should get up. She continues to sit on him. He's like, that's going to be rather hard to do if you're sitting on me. Like, I know.
I feel like such a creeper watching their interactions, but I'm like, they're so cute.
Oh.
All right, I'm still enchanting, but slightly chuckling to myself.
Eventually, she does come over and helps you with the various enchantments.
Yeah.
What about? Oh yeah. What was your role?
I haven't rolled yet.
I left
Right.
to go shopping, and then I'll see Warrior after.
21.
Right. 21? Nice. Both of you work diligently, efficiently, and finish a few minutes ahead of schedule, which feels nice.
Yes, it does. And I'm gonna do another one.
You go into your next session as Jen finishes up hers, and she's like, I'm going to... I need to make sure that Spice is doing all right. Sorry.
I just.
All right, so you can mark off the other sessions. And what's your other skill check?
Oh. 25.
25. Nice.
Love that advantage. Because I have my braces on. Awesome.
Indeed, you do.
So that's
In the meantime, Talavin, you managed to pick up enough groceries for the days to follow. That'll probably, all in all, between the horse feed that you would probably need, the various apples, any fresh produce that you acquire, any meats that you acquire, it'll probably in total set you back about 20 gold, but that is for all of you.
Anybody following me today?
Make a perception check.
Is it glacier?
19.
19. After walking about for the majority of the morning and part of the afternoon, no one seems to be trailing your steps.
Good. This town, perchance, it doesn't have any like open areas, right? Like if I was to like, about what time do I get done shopping? Maybe.
Probably afternoon.
Okay. I actually kind of want to go for a little.
I think I want to go for a ride. So I'm gonna
go drop the stuff off and tell Nora that I'm just gonna
go for a little canter and be back.
All right.
And I'll go get Warrior and I'll bring an apple down for each of the horses, including Sasana.
Oh, thank you.
As you're there, you actually see Raymond is currently attending to his horse. Gives a quick nod of acknowledgement. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? I'll hand him an apple for his horse.
Oh, thank you. It's mighty kind. I'm doing all right. How about yourself? Your bruises healing up okay?
Yeah. I've had worse, so they'll buff out.
I'm not exactly sure what the plans are moving forward, but I might have a plan of action for myself unless you need me to accompany you.
No, we don't. I mean, if you have plans for yourself, we don't want to keep you from them.
Right. I was actually right before I got jumped a couple of days ago. Ended up talking to a half-orc individual, Yeeknock, I think is his name. He was actually looking for somebody to help partner with, talking about different spell scrolls and using the ink and kind of showing off some other abilities that his ink can do. So that's a connection, at the very least. And might actually let me lay low for a little bit. Let me continue my work for my original employers.
I think that would be very good.
Right. So I was just, gathering up a couple of things here, and wasn't actually sure how to bring it up to everybody. It's been nice traveling, and again, don't know if he'd be willing to see me. We've kind of ducked in and out here and there, but your friend Talal, he started again for the grab.
Oh, I'm sure he understands. And I felt that maybe retribution was quick.
I'd never seen something move that fast in the shop for a long time.
I have a short temper.
Hey, I can certainly understand where we might have gotten off on the wrong step, but I'm glad you were able to help everybody.
I'm glad you were able to help us as well.
Is there anything else that you might be needing? I mean, obviously, I'll give nice and proper send off, but anything that I might have that you need?
I don't know. Let me.
I'll just for now. I'll just tell him. I'll think about it, but for now, I think we're pretty even.
Right. And if I hear anything, or if I'm doing a suspect on anything, I'll find a way to reach you guys and keep you all in the loop if I hear anything suspicious. And you all be careful now. I don't know if those other individuals will tie it together that I knew you, but hopefully they'll leave me be.
Yes. I hope that as well.
And hopefully they leave you too. Whatever it is that Talal's been making, hopefully that puts him out of commission just long enough.
Yes. I doubt they'll stop falling after us, but they might stop, these two, but there'll be more in the future.
Undoubtedly.
Stay away from you.
Well, I have a few more things that I personally need to go and retrieve. I'll leave you to it.
Copy. As I look around the stable, is it pretty full?
At the moment, there are a few other horses. There are probably about a dozen horses or so, not including yours. With yours, it puts it at 16.
Are there two maybe that I mean, like, do they seem like they're like by themselves mostly, or is there like two maybe near each other?
Make a perception check. As you very steadily try and whirl around.
21.
21. You don't see any that are off on their own, but you do see two of them whose stalls have not been taken care of in what seems like a while.
Okay. I'm going to go up to those two horses. Is there anybody? Hold on, before I do that, is there anybody in the stable besides me and Raymond?
Make another perception check.
21.
21. Currently, there is no one else.
I'm going to remove those two horses and put them in stalls next to our horses.
Make a stealth check.
21.
And an animal handling check.
Are they female horses?
22.
22. One of them is unruly. Both of them are female.
We are not keeping them.
One of them immediately tries to rear and snap at you, but with a very quick yank to the reins, you're able to subdue such behavior. You lead her into the first stall.
Once they get into the stall, I'll give them an apple.
And as soon as this gesture is made, the demeanor changes tremendously. Doesn't seem like these horses have been necessarily tended to.
Oof. So they didn't pay the extra gold, is what I'm hearing. Copy. I will, I'll just do like a once over them, maybe do just like a couple little bit of quick care, give them some food, water.
They are exceedingly happy, especially the other one who slightly shies away from you. But with a few very gentle coaxing words, you're able to get her into the next stall. She's very compliant.
Does it seem like there was any gear for these two horses around?
You do see that there are saddles, bridles, a couple of smaller saddlebags that are empty.
I'll put those with those horses, so it looks like they were just moved.
Okay, easy enough.
And then I will saddle warrior and go for a ride.
He's excited. There's someone right in the stall next door who is less happy. Just makes eye contact with you.
Damn it. I will link with her. Fucking A, damn.
My horse is needy.
I'll link with her and I'll just be like, would you like to go out for a ride after I come back? If you promise to behave.
I'll behave.
I'm gonna regret this. I'm just gonna I'll take warrior out just for I'll leave the city like a 30-minute canter out, 30-minute canter back, and then I will get sus enough.
Make an animal handling check.
Natural 18 plus 7 is a 25.
Good. You're gonna need it.
She had disadvantage because of the promise, and because
I have advantage.
No, she had disadvantage.
Oh,
she rolled a natural 19 and a 1. Lucked out.
Yes, bitch.
Yeah, there are a couple moments where she seems to get too excited for her own good and almost steps on you, and you just give her this look, and she reluctantly holds still just long enough for you to mount and take off. And she is fast. You're almost want to give a little head tilt to Nora for being able to hold on. Warrior is strong. He's fast. This is something else entirely.
And I'll let her run as far as she wants.
And
as long as it's not more than like an hour or two, like as long as we still will have time to get back.
You have time to get back.
Okay.
With the slightest encouragement, she goes faster and faster and faster.
I'm gonna encourage her to go faster. Like I'll encourage her. I mean, I'm a good rider, so like, you know, I know Nora just kind of like hangs on a little bit sometimes. But I'll encourage her. Like I'll ride her.
Make an investigation check. No, this is perception.
Natural 19, perception 26.
26. It seems like she doesn't slow down. That each encouragement, each urging forward, she does indeed get faster. And for a moment, everything around you is blurred.
She's not a regular horse, I don't think, because horses don't go this fast. Can I insight check this? Like, there's no, like, I know horses.
Make an Arcana check.
There's no way this horse is just fucking... 17?
17. As she's running, there's a slight shimmer to her coat that wasn't there before.
Whoa, wasn't there before?
That as she's running, as she's gaining speed, as she's gaining strength, it seems like she's getting stronger.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic, not as a ritual, because that probably won't work, but I will cast Detect Magic.
Alright, that's one of the spells you prepared. As you cast Detect Magic, you do get the sense that there's some slight magical aura coming from the beast you are currently riding. It's faint. It's dodgy. It comes in and out. It comes in bursts. And it isn't until she's partially gasping for air and slowing down for the turnaround, for the natural turnaround, that this thought crosses your mind of this isn't natural.
Okay. I'll let her slow to a walk, and I'll just kind of pat her neck, let the reins loose as we turn around, and let her pick her pace as we go back.
She has this hair toss with the bangs that hang in her eyes that she eventually turns around and once again gets faster and faster and faster. She continues just sprinting. You're still technically linked, and all you get is this exhilaration, this throbbing desire to keep running, to keep going faster.
Okay. And then when we get back, I'll make sure she gets a good brush down and everything. And does she seem sweaty at all? Like
just a little. Little sweaty. She has a little bit of froth by the side of her mouth.
I have a magical horse. I didn't even know.
About what time is it now? Because now I feel bad for Zoom's horse.
By the time you did the run with everybody, it's probably pushing 4 o'clock now.
I'll do Zoom's horse too. Just kind of what I did with Warrior, like a little muscle building, maybe with him.
Okay. Alright, you take Zoom's horse out. Firefoot, right?
Firefoot, yes.
You take him out. Nora, as you finish your second, just about your second enchantment, you hear a knock at your door.
I'm gonna pretend I'm not there. Not really. That's what I do when I'm in real life. Okay.
In real life, yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to say yes. One moment. And I'm going to open the door slowly. Just like... Who is it?
It is Sven.
Sven.
The owner, the tavern owner.
Yeah, one of the owners of the Shepherd's Lodge.
Okay, I'll open it more. I'm like, yes.
Oh, not too much. There's spice in there.
Sorry to bother you. Today is your leave day. And we've got some people who are actually looking to check in. So all of the people who are due to check out, we're just tapping on the doors and making sure that that you all are heading out. Because if you stay any too much later, then you're going to have to pay for another night.
Yes, we'll be leaving in a little bit. Later tonight.
And how long is a little bit? We can hold off for an hour.
An hour?
An hour.
So, thought. Does Talal look done?
He does. It looks like he's wrapping up and pulling the beakers off, in different areas.
Okay. Also, he's about to go tap on the other people's door. Because they're supposed to be leaving tonight, too. But, I mean, if they're not there, then they're out. Then, oh well. Just be
then he might just go in there.
He can't just go in.
Yeah, he's got a key. It's a tavern.
I'm just gonna let it happen. Because then if I say anything, it'll associate me with them. Like, alright, I'm gonna be like, yes, we'll be out in an hour. Thank you for letting me stay here.
He takes off and goes and knocks on another door. Someone else opens the door and he's like, hey, just to let you know, got other people who want to check in, either pay for another night or we'll need you out in about an hour or so. Person nods and he heads back out and down the stairs.
Okay. He can't go into the room. Michiko! I'm going to have Michiko, because it's a spiral, it's open, right? So I could like put her down and like on the ceiling just a little bit. And it's right there too. So I'm just gonna like, and then make sure nobody sees, so no one's gonna be like, spider! Because then that costs
stealth check.
Cost me 25 gold. Stealth check. 15.
As you're in the process of leaving, you see there is one individual kind of wearing dark leathers, currently has this bag slung over his shoulder. He's just walking through, tall, half-elf, as he kind of looks... sorry. He steps over to the side as he waits for you to pass through.
I'll put Michiko just like on the rail, like just kind of like nonchalantly, discreetly, and have her like crawl down so I can see if the
and that's where you see this individual come by, and as he sees you on your way back, he takes his bag and steps over to the side.
Pardon? And I'm just gonna go back.
He climbs the stairs, giving you a weird look over his shoulder.
A weird look?
Yeah.
You said he was an elf?
Half-elf.
Half-elf. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna go back into the room, and then I'm gonna have Michiko. Go down. I'll be in the room. I do the census. I'm in the room. On the ground. I'm not gonna fall over.
Mm-hmm. As you sit there, concentrate, your eyes glaze over white as you see Sven go over to the next set of doors, knock, wait. Someone comes to the door and says, hey, unless you're going to pay for another night, you need to leave. person just nods. Okay, yeah. Shuts the door and goes over to the next door. And then the next door, and he knocks on it.
And that's the one.
That's the one.
Oh, he's totally gonna go and shoot!
He knocks. Hello? There? You need to be out in about an hour or so. Takes out a key. Is the door... Hello? Oh, no.
Shoot!